Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Open TTD, where we're on the biggest map, 4,096 by 4,096, and this is the corner where we are going to start. There's obviously four corners to a square, and like I've mentioned before in the last episode, which was kind of the introductory episode of what's going to happen, is this square kind of seemed like there's a bunch of open space where we could create that train station, that end station in this area. And it may not be pretty or whatnot, but it will be functionable, and being able to transport passengers and mail, because mail is also another resource, to one end of the map, which is this corner, to the opposite corner, so kitty corner, and then the buses will be the opposite other two. And also kind of get things started, because like some cities are close enough, like these two, I can do a little bit of construction and build the cities out a little bit and put bus stations in and create a little bit of income by growing them within their limits, because I have it where the cities can't grow on their own. They can grow based off of my demand of creating the streets. So, and it kind of looks a little funky because I have transparency off with the trees, and then the houses are kind of transparent off too. It was just kind of easier to see where I put stations and all that stuff and where it can all fit, because if all the trees and everything are on, then it's just kind of hard where, some buildings are at, and you obviously can't build a train station on a house. Like, it doesn't work that way, and in real life you can't do that. You have to demolish the house, move the house, and then you're able to break the ground, set everything up, and then build your train station, your airport, whatever the case may be, like in real life. So that's what I'm gonna do here. Is also, we're able to, currency wise, we're able to borrow $1 million, where you can pay it off, or you can borrow it up to $1 million, and then throughout time you can pay it off, and as your company is growing, you can pay it off, and then you'll be in profit. And then as years go on, the max amount of loan will increase as years go on, because like in real life, the value of a dollar or any currency goes either up or down, kind of like the stock market. It either goes up in value or goes down in value based off of how much stock, equity, all that stuff within the business world, and also in real life. Value of gold goes up, it goes down, silver, so on and so forth. And so we are going to borrow the whole million. So I could repay it all, but then I'm left with no money. So 800,000 is what we have to kind of pay back, but it's the whole million sort of thing. So we will create some roads here. Kind of use the square, because you can either go this way, that way, and it's not just straight up going one way or another. It can go in multiple directions. So we will be doing that. Have that grow. Kind of those meet up together, and have that meet up like that. Have it go down like that because of the hill. So it's going to be a little wonky. I'll just make that block that big. and then we could do that. Usually I kind of do 4x4, but with how this is kind of set up, it's a little wonky, especially with the tree or the farm. I was going to say tree farm, but it's a normal farm that holds grain and livestock. And this is also very simple, is that grain and livestock can go to this factory, and then this factory can disperse into these two cities that will be able to accept goods, because that's what that does. So we can make our path of that too as well. We're just going to also the local authority will not allow us to do that, so we'll just leave that be then. And in order to like kind of bribe them or make them good again, is you buy planting trees, and right now I'm not going to plant trees. So then we have that. And grow that way. So we kind of drew that a little bit. We'll kind of do the same over with this city. Like that. Go like that. And they can go like that. Go like that. And delete that right there. So I will just end right there. And then there, have it grow like that. So it'll just have some odd areas with how the streets are made, and kind of have that as a cul-de-sac or whatnot, but that should be enough for right now. I could build a bridge from here to here. Kind of have it a small bridge, and kind of connect them better that way. And then those are bus stations. That's a truck station, where we'll probably add one, because we'll have the mill truck go back and forth, and then we'll have multiple buses going back and forth. So we'll put one right there and one right there. So in this case, we kind of have to build some trees, because they're not allowing us to build anything. So yeah, it does take a little bit of money out of our, overall amount. And then we also have to have some vehicle depots, which we'll put one right there, and we'll put one right there. And those depots allow vehicles to go in for maintenance, and also if you don't want them to be roaming around anymore, you can send them to the depot and then eventually either get rid of them, or you just keep them there for the time being until you need them again. So new vehicles, so we have the option out of this having either buses, trucks that will send resources to where it needs to go. Like for example, the livestock and grain, we can have multiple stations here, and then we can use a Can't use that. But we can cargo type, so we'll find one for like livestock. So, for example, we can have this Talbot livestock van. It's $8,000, and it has a capacity of 14 head of livestock. The lifespan of this vehicle is 15 years, and then a max reliability is 97%, which is very good. But with me, and so to speak, is kind of looking for example, like this. I just picked it just to pick it. This Pixton livestock truck. I'd rather have this one because compared to the Talbot, you got 14 pick stick. You have 30 head of livestock, and it's still the 97% reliability, and it's only about $1,000 more. So I'd rather spend the $1,000 more for 16 more head of livestock that I can bring from the farm to the factory, and so on and so forth. So we gain more money that way. But I'm kind of looking for mail, because that's what we're gonna be going back and forth. This one does 22. 24. We're gonna try and see 60. Okay. 87. It's only going a short distance. So this vehicle does all but passengers, coal and iron ore. So kind of just basically mail. And I only need one of them to go back and forth, so it's not like so I'll buy that, and you would hit this arrow, and you can now give it orders. So it'll go non-stop to Dannington, and then Dannington to Ratborough, and what it will do for the first loop around, it will go to these stations, and then it'll give me a message popping up. It's like, congratulations, you've met at this station and this station. And then after that, it will, as it's going back and forth, there will be mail accumulate, like overall it will be collecting mail, as words are kind of hard right now to speak, but it will be collecting mail, and as it's collecting mail, the vehicle will come back, get that mail, and then I can set it to different not necessarily attributes, but different I guess I can't think of how to speak right now, but overall, to statuses. That's what I was looking for, like different statuses where you can have it where it fully load any cargo. So for this, it's mail, and so it won't leave that station until it's fully loaded. And then after it's fully loaded, then it will move over. But to begin with, overall within this journey of starting this out, I'm not going to have it like that because of I'm just trying to earn money, trying to earn my money back. I borrowed, the $1 million that I need to give back to the bank that I borrowed. So I wouldn't set it to fully load. I would just set it to transfer and leave empty. And what that does is I'm literally taking mail from one spot to another, and it's going to be empty, and it'll fill up as it goes, as much as it goes for that stop. And I'm doing the same thing for here. That way it's not going to be waiting long, and that will be all I would be doing is going back and forth. But I am going to hit clone and hit control, because if you just clone the vehicle, it's just going to clone the vehicle. But if you hit control and click on the vehicle, it will have the shared orders. And so these two are doing the exact same thing. So yeah, it's a short distance. theoretically probably only need one, but then I'm rethinking in my mind, if there's 60 bags of mail it can carry, well, if one gets stuck somewhere and is traveling back, or if they end up being, in a rotation where one's at one and the other's at the other, well, then it's like kind of rotating and you're, duplicating the amount of money that you could be getting overall. So, and then since it is paused right now, if I were to hit this green button, they're not going to go anywhere, but once I unpause this game, they will start to leave. Now, I am going to add some bus stations. When it comes to these stations overall, I prefer if it's through the street, because then as it's going, because these are like the only vehicles on the roads anyway, it's not like as the civilization is going that there's other vehicles, because the cities are growing, that it's acting like, city skylines or anything like that. It is not. The only vehicles that go on the roads are the vehicles that you set, whether it be the trucks, grabbing an item from point A to point B, or a bus from point A to point B. That is it. There's nothing else blocking its way. Unless if, you got abundance of trucks breaking down and it ends up getting in another truck's way, so then it kind of delays your money and stuff like that. That's the only kind of obstacle that may happen. But with this being kind of short, and you got a vehicle depot right here and another vehicle depot right there, then we should be fine. So I'm going to add a bus station right here, because it gets a good kind of capture, or capture of these buildings of passengers. And then I will put one there. I'm going to put one down here, because as the buses and vehicles move around, the city is going to grow, and it's going to have more people, and it's going to create more buildings, and population goes up. And then I'm going to add one right there. Now I'm also going to add in this city, so there's one there, there's one there, we'll have one right there, and we'll have one right there. So we will have a new vehicle, and we're going to have 2 per city. 30. So the max amount is 50. So we're going to do the Thunder buses. We're going to buy one, and we're going to set the orders. Otherwise, I'm thinking of doing the 50 that they go around in all 4 stations, because it's 50 people, and then have the regional buses go within the cities. That is probably a smarter thing to do. So we will have this set a bus to, that's the mail, and then that's mail there. There we go. And then what I will do is hit clone it, and that will be number 4, 3 and 4. Now, one set of regional buses will be for this area. And I'll clone it and have 2 of them. So there's that. And then buy another one for 7. hit that, and this set will be for this area. Clone it, and we still have a decent amount of money, so 791. And no, I am not going to spend all of it and then go bankrupt. That is not the goal. The goal is to get some type of groundbreaking into this game, and or have a groundbreaking of what kind of the goal is for what I want to do within this corner for right now, and then get the game running. So we can unpause it, and these buses and trucks will get okay. So vehicles, I'm gonna hit pause right now. Send to depot. And we're gonna unpause it. Okay, good. So I wonder, this one's probably facing the wrong way too, which we will then delete it. There we go. There we go. There we go. We remedied it. There we go. Now I'll unpause it. There we go. Now all the vehicles are going to their specific spots. And we'll get these messages. Citizens first truck arrives at Dennington, which is right here. And then they will be coming here, and it has no mail for right now. But hopefully it will gain mail eventually. But right now it's just kind of, they're running back and forth. So and kind of like this, accepts nothing, but there's passengers. And then overall, as this is running, it's not growing right now, but eventually, like right now, it says every 154 seconds, there's new buildings and new things going on within the city for Dennington. And for Ratboro is every 286 seconds it grows. So it's a good start, and we're going to pause it again and start doing we're going to do this by truck, because it makes more sense to do it by truck. That way, instead of doing it by train, because the train would go from here to here and then from here to inner cities. So we will kind of do a road. We're just going to add another depot right there. And then when it comes to the road, we're going to go like right there. And it's more expensive to do it on the farmland than it is normal land. So we'll have that. We'll also have this. The reason why I do it in a circle, that way, kind of like the bus stations, it's a revolving kind of door, so to speak, as things are getting picked up. Things are getting picked up, it's easily to be moved. So, and then we're gonna do another set of stations too over here, because this is where the goods are gonna get picked up and then brought to the city. And there we go. So when it comes to that, we will make these completely separate. Okay, so they refuse to allow it. So we have to do some more landscaping. But overall, in general, it's helping you guys out because you're gonna get stuff from the factories to your city. So hopefully that helped. So supplies is goods, and hit control, Rapper Hearts, and this one is Rapper West, because there's going to be, then I kind of, well, no, because of the depot. And how I'm doing this to make them the same for Rapper transfer is obviously you click on it once, put it down, but then when you're gonna do the second one, you hit control, and then it'll bring up that menu that was popping up, and you would select that depot that was there, and then they're both the same station. So when it comes to this new vehicle, we're going to be doing livestock, and we're going to do the pick stick like we were talking about before. But I also wanted to look at these real quick. This does the most. Same with this. It's 87. I'm going to go with the 97. I'm going to buy that. Add it to the orders of going here. We're going to do full. And then also, or no, full. So full cargo, and then go to the west, and when it's less, unload all and leave empty, so that way it's transferring all of it. And we're going to clone, hit control, and we're going to do 4 of them. And then new vehicle, because farms also have grain. So 33, 33, 26, 33. Alright, so 72, 87, 99, 26. I think I might do the 99, because that way it's, breaks, it doesn't really break down. Because 72, I mean, it can work. It's a little bit cheaper, and I can buy like maybe 6 or do like twice as many as the livestock, because of the reliability is 99. And same with this one, 26, 99. And which one is cheaper? Oh, they're both. We're gonna do this one, it's a little bit cheaper. Oh no, what's that? Running max. Oh wait, this one can hold. This one seems to handle more. 40. We're gonna do this one. And kind of doing the same thing. Goes there. Goes there. That full cargo. Unload all. And we'll hit clone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To make it 6. And then we will run the game. Let's get that going. Oh, I didn't hit the green. Alright. So now they're going to be running off. And then, so we're going to have to wait a while anyway for the goods to start being made. We're going to go by cargo capacity, so the goods truck 14, 24. So this one holds the most, 30. Seems like the brass monkey one. Oh, it does 15 goods though. Trying to maximize. AS87 isn't that bad. Yes. We'll do that for right now. As soon as they get a little bit. Just and then we're gonna kind of look at the operating. I guess it goes by years, so we can't really tell what we're doing right now. But it's made 280 bucks so far, which is not bad. Okay, now we gotta look at the goods. We're gonna go with the Rattlebrook buy vehicle, go here, and here. Clone, control, I would start. Buy goes here, and then there, full, load all, clone, and we'll do one more, so it is going a little bit farther. We'll make it 4. So there we go. We have started that going. Has there been passengers have been moving around? Except mail. Doesn't seem like mail has been crewing. So we're in the negative right now in profit. When it comes to this, but I think we're about to be those are the 50 passengers going to each station, so we're gonna keep it like this for a little bit because we're kind of going in the, or we are in the negative, and since we get, you know, are positive on it, I don't want to keep throwing the kitchen sink at it if we're just gonna keep being, you know, kind of in the negative zone. So we're gonna let this run. We're in April, and I'll just kind of let this run while I add stuff. It's just the ground, like the beginning part always is kind of like, you know, overall of how do you want to start it, what do you want to do, and every 210 seconds now for this. It was, you know, obviously more earlier, and this one is now every 96 seconds, so basically a minute and a half. Which is we're gonna change it to, doesn't have to be fully loaded. This money is money, especially when you get started and stuff. It'll be a slow start, and then you increase it as it goes. So we'll see if it's changed. It's not. Max is 54, but there's been no mail going in, so what about this? They haven't produced no mail either. But yeah, like we've made the roads so the city can grow. So coal, well, that's iron ore. I can go to the steel mill, but then that would have to go back to the factory. I'm not gonna get into that just yet. This other, we could be taking livestock and grain from here and bringing it over since we have this whole route, but yeah, because we can connect it to here, go into the inner city, either here or here, and then get to here, add some more. So we'll do that really quick. So that's a really quick add-on. And kind of do this, kind of do that. Even though I kind of just mentioned like, hey, let's not throw the kitchen sink, but if it's another thing we can add real quick because of the location, might as well do that right now. Livestock, what do we do? The rattle. No, we did this. Buy vehicle, go oh, we have to add. We have to add stations. Bus station, truck station. Okay, so I'll kind of show it properly this time. So we have the Dannington Valley. Then I would be hitting control and then clicking again, and it has this pop-up. So there's no truck stations or whatnot really close. So then all I just have to do is hit the Dannington Valley, and both of them are, it's like it's connected. Oh, why did I do that? So here's that. And then we would hit Dannington Valley. So it wouldn't matter which one I would select on. It would consider to be Dannington Valley. And then having to go all the way to West Pearl West. For this one, I am going to do full cargo because it is a far trip. And then clone. 1, 2, 3, make it 4. And then we need a new vehicle for grain, not goods. So we did Rattlebrook. So that I may have to move the stations, but then 4 on that too as well. Unless if right now that has to be full. So leaving. Did it not come in a shared order? There we go. I'll keep them like that for right now, but I may pause it just for, because that's a bad spot for it. Or do there we go. Oh, there's 3 kind of stations. That's not right at the entrance of the circle. So there's that. Operating graph. Alright. So it does show. So it goes to 3 months for negative, and then still in the negative, and then we're increasing operating profit. That's what we're doing. And it's continuing to grow. So what we're doing is a good thing, which is, you know, a good sign. And this is just with vehicles. It'd be way different with 3, 6, like 9. I wonder if this is like per week, not like, because now we're in July, which is the 7th month. But whatever it is, it now dipping down a little bit, but it will go back up. Because as of right now, nothing is kind of full load and having to wait. So they can just kind of pick it up and move on. So, and the better percentage you have, like 70 or above, it will have more. My apologies. It will have more producing when it comes to grain and livestock. So 13 tons. Okay. I'll just kind of let this run, see how is it going. Then you can also look at the vehicles and there's a way shared orders that you can see overall what is making profit, what is not making profit. So these two are probably the ones that are doing the mail. Or no, that's livestock. Okay, so livestock, that's not doing anything right now. But like these two are not making anything because these are the ones that are supposed to be doing 60 bags of mail, but none of it's being produced. And it'll probably be produced more and more as the cities continue to grow. But it was at like low 700s, now it's at 800. So it's growing, and so is the city, slowly but surely. Yeah, it's kind of like the minimum for it to kind of start growing is like 5 stations, whether it be buses, these trucks for like mail and stuff that are going back and forth. That's not making me any money, but overall, it seems like we're going in the right direction for money wise right now. So I'm not too worried about it, especially with grain and livestock to factory, dropping that off, and then we'll have a depot right there, so they can go and do maintenance. Yeah, you can set it to whatever percentage you need for maintenance and stuff like that. So overall, we're doing decently fine. That's the map. So we are improving. than the little bit of what we've done so far. Oh, it goes by minutes. Okay, so this is all by minutes. It's not by like month. So overall, because I have it set for every half hour of like gameplay in this thing is one whole year. So it's doing intervals of minutes of how you're doing within that year. And we are increasing, which is a good thing. And then as that is like that, then we can always open this subsidiary, and that will also help gain more money eventually. And then that's the overall stations of the iron ore, coal, livestock, grain, what's being transported throughout the whole entire map. There's a directory of the towns and everything else, and that now it's increasing with the amount of, population increasing within the game. That's just landscaping. This is, you can have, our company value is $2 right now, but as you continue to grow with, trains, trains, buses, ships, airplanes, your company value will go up and up. And as of right now, we have 546 road pieces, 19 station tiles, and 33 road vehicles that are producing the amount of money that we are right now. And we are up in the 20,000s of growth within the year. And we're the only company in it. And then our company finances are, we were negative 624 within the first period. I wonder if it was like in between pauses or whatnot. And now we are almost 10,000 ahead of what we should be doing. So yeah, kind of be simulating this until the end of the year and color a video. I apologize this being kind of longer than what you may expected, and it may seem like I didn't do much in this episode, but we've got 2 farms connected to a factory, got some goods that are dispersing to the different cities, towns, villages, made some paths for the vehicles and also for the cities to grow, and trying to get it where mail is going to go back and forth, but it has not worked yet. And overall, just trying to gain money. Start at $1 million. We're down to 394,000. And see where this can take us. And may, as we're kind of waiting towards the end and everything, may kind of look, where should I put that big train station to start off with? Whether it be the city Fort Chandhem, between these two. I wonder if it goes by like quarters. Where we could be connecting the city and then have the train station come here. But I kind of want to have it connected here, because this is where kind of this whole start of the whole game, which is what I'm gonna do. So oh, so that took a lot of cash then. Well, this is also a good spot to start. So I kind of made it. Oopsie. Didn't realize it was going to take that much money, but I created a good platform then. Overall. So we're just going to let this simulate and kind of acquire the money that we are going to be getting towards the end of the year. Yeah, because now we're at negative 388 because of me trying to flatten or have it equivalent, but I guess adding a lot of dirt. But this will eventually leave, because as soon as you don't use industries for a certain amount of time, that's why I wanted to get this going as quick as possible, because throughout time they do end up disappearing, and you're like, oh, I really wanted to connect this livestock with this factory and stuff like that, and then create a line, whether it be through trains or vehicles, and then all of a sudden you go a year or two like into the game and it's gone, or within a few months and it's gone. So yeah, industries and everything throughout this game are going to disappear from the other side of the world in this game, and we'll just have to handle the adversity and connect what I can connect, as much as money value wise. And we went from 2,000, now we're at 14,000. So it is good with what we're moving, even though a lot of these vehicles should just go in for maintenance, because they seem to be breaking down quite frequently. So all these vehicles are going to be sent for maintenance, so it's like a lot of them are breaking down, and I don't want vehicles breaking down. So we're at 19,000, so we have a little bit of a cushion, which is a good thing. And then we'll look at our operating, and we're December 3rd. So we will bring up that operating profit again. It went down just a little bit. So we're getting close to the end of the year. But we will strive to go up. It probably went down because I sent everything to the depot. And I was not getting money for that little bit. But close that out. We're slowly increasing money. And it seems like Dannington has increased like 300 citizens, and houses end up being built in this square and down here. So good things are happening. And same with Rathborough. They're being built within kind of these squares. So these bus stations were there for a reason, for the expansion of the city, so they can have those capture points of getting those citizens from point A to point B. Because like right now these probably aren't getting any citizens, but for sure like this one has 28 passengers, so I just want to be, moved around. So, and we've went basically back up to what we were doing, 27,000, and we're the 29th, 30th, 31st, New Year's Eve, and the 1st of 1951. So hopefully y'all appreciate this video as we started groundbreaking of this game. We went from $1 million, went all the way down. We will, in the next episode, build this train station as we acquire more money. And this is the beginning of the corner station to the other corner. Yes, I'll have to advance this Dannington City way over here and hopefully gain life within that pretty quickly, because the catchment, so to speak, or the overall within the ability. So like right here would be good for the passengers and the mail, because they're within the catchment area, or close to it. Where this, nothing, because there's nothing there. But what we may do is put signs. So that way, is that like the max amount of signs you can put there? But it's not like anything is going to be built there anytime soon. But this is where the podium is for the overall. Oh, we ran out of money, so just to put a sign there is money. Okay. But it'll kind of be a while as this will be running, so episode 2 will be kind of the starting point of building the train station, and hopefully we gain money pretty quickly.